Good day, Romans, good day. So I'm leaving Asilah today and I'm going on to my last point in Morocco. Oh, I'm really sad. Where is it? Who knows? I know, and I'll tell you when I get there. See you soon. It's grand taxi time. Hello Romans, I've just had an absolute fucking nightmare. I've got out of the taxi, arrived in Larache, the place I've gone. I've dropped my wallet in the taxi, lost about 3,000 AUD, all my bank cards, everything, and I can hardly believe it. I keep looking in my bag expecting to find me. I've spent time in the taxi station, they found the car, the wallet is obviously gone. One of the other passengers, I'm guessing, has picked it up, but I've lost the money. So I'm supposed to be flying to a different country in 5 days time. It's just hard to explain the situation I'm in, but luckily I've paid for the booking where I'm going now, so I'm in Larache and I will endeavour to sort it out. But out of all the things that could happen to you just before you leave the country, it's an absolute nightmare. Anyway, welcome to Larache. Whew, it's mind-blowing. So I got to my room. I bet you can barely believe this, can't you? Larache looks beautiful, you know. I mean, this would be just the crowning glory of my Morocco trip, and it's just turned into a disaster. So I can hardly put it into words how I feel. But the lady where I'm staying has been kind enough to give me 200 dirhams, so I'm going to try and make it work. And that's all I can say. It's what we have to do, isn't it? So Romans, I think that's about it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to have to go back to Australia. I'm just managed to reach out to some people this afternoon. The people where I'm staying in Larache phoned my bank in Australia. They phoned me back and I tried to sort things out, get access to my online account, etc. But oh my god, what a spin out. You can't do anything in some countries with contactless payment. You can't use a phone, you know, you need to use a card. So it's very, very difficult. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's absolute nightmare. So yeah, really don't know what to say. I'll just leave you with some views of this beautiful place anyway. Whoever's got my wallet though, my god, if they could hand it into a police station, I'll be a happy man. Yeah, I just feel so gutted, but you know, life goes on, doesn't it? Good morning, Romans. Well, I've tried to sleep. Worst travel experience of my life is still unfolding. So I've managed to get, like, you know, a phone card operational, but there's no contactless pay here. There's no facilities that, you know, that might be in other countries. So I've just been on the phone to people back in Australia, trying to work out what I'm going to do. And the main thing is to get a plan together, you know, step by step. So it's looking like if the card doesn't turn up and the wallet doesn't turn up, then I'm going to have to get cards sent from Australia. Luckily I've been to Ceuta, which is a Spanish enclave, recently, so in essence my visa has been renewed. The people who own this hotel have kindly said that I can stay here while I'm waiting, kind of thing. But I was going to go to Tunisia on the 1st of August, and then from there to Greece, Athens and Corfu, and I've made some bookings, so that's all going to be cancelled because, you know, I'm not going to be able to take the first flight to Tunisia and the flights out of Tunisia to Greece, etc. So I'm going to have to cancel them and try and get back what money I can. So it's going to be an expensive process, but oh, what a thing. But you know, there's white information out there, and just have to suck it up and carry on, don't you? But whew, wouldn't wish it on anyone. But anyway, we're in this fantastic Medina in Larache. The boats are just coming in. Fishing boats have been out all night. So I'm going to head out later and have a walk around. I haven't got much money, but I'm going to try and make a transfer to myself to one of the Western Unions here and just see how it all pans out. Anyway, enough for now. Hello roamers. So today I've been pretty knackered, exhausted from the emotional stress of yesterday's losses and losing my wallet and everything I had to do. So now I'm out and about in Larache and we're going to go and have a look around, because you can't stop roaming, can you? Got to put things back together and get on with it. Get on with your life and keep on doing what you enjoy. So from my surveillance on the rooftop, I'd say that Larache is a busy town. There's a lot going on. Someone said to me recently on one of the posts that the kids are on holidays in Morocco at the moment. Hence, you know, the late night life and just a sense of joy, you know, family spending time together and stuff. This looks like a really interesting town. So I'll get over my feeling of overwhelm and I'll actually be able to explore it.
Hello, hello.
So I don't know how long I'm going to be spending here, but these things will unfold over the next few days. One thing's for sure though, people are very friendly, kind and helpful. I've got so much support. People I've never met before lending me money, offering me free stays in lodgings, you know, knowing the predicament I'm in and just being compassionate. So that is a wonderful thing. And here we are. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well,
From
mate.
Germany.
No, I'm from Australia.
Australia, welcome.
Thank you. So this is it, school holidays. People are out on the electric vehicles. There's a park to play over the road. Looks like there's a band lining up. It's all happening. It's good to raise myself up a bit. It's a big cultural centre over here. There's a Roman amphitheatre near here called Lixus. So there's a lot of varied cultural history, Andalusian history, Roman history, Phoenician history. Got the beautiful Medina, loads of old buildings, lovely busy fishing port. You see the boats coming backwards and forwards, lots of people swimming, basically a real sense of joy. So you've got the main beach over that side. This side is just like where people come to swim. The old castle or Casbah, whatever it is up there. Very interesting looking town. I haven't really earmarked much to do here. I thought I was going to be here for 4 days, then off towards Tunisia. So, mind you, don't want to focus on what was, you've got to focus on what is, eh? So apparently this is a 16th century Portuguese fort called Fort El Calibat, which appears to be undergoing extensive renovations, and it's going to be an absolute beauty when it's finished, because it's got such a prominent place. Big job though, big job. They call it the borj Sadidun. So it's different words in Arabic and Portuguese, I guess. Well, this is a view. The other side is going to be a cracking sunset. Fishing boats are going out. Big central market, fruit, veggies. I can smell fish. The Marsh Central, or the Plaza they sometimes call them. Looks like it's just shutting down for the day. It's about 7:45 at the moment, so not surprising. Not going anywhere in particular, I'm just having a wander around. Because I need to stretch my legs. I've been reading all day. Hello. So I'm just wandering around, taking it easy. This place has got a bit of everything. A lot of Spanish influence. A lot of French, patisseries, gelateries, fridge magnets, pizza shops. You can get a swarmer here. Busy roads. Umbrella Street. Yes, I'm moving forward. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing, which is a first for me really, because I'm a bit of a pre-planner. So it's out of my hands. I'll just have to see where the process leads me, referring obviously to losing my cards on cash supply. So yeah, as soon as I do get my card, I'll be over there withdrawing money. Big square, places to sit. Yeah, I walked this way when I got dropped off by the taxi. That's the Lion Park. See the lions carved over there. Beautiful old church. Live music. It's a happening place. Night time is coming. Morocco's livening up. Then you've got this big central square with loads of seating, loads of hotels, loads of cafes around the periphery. Absolutely gorgeous setup. Loads of lovely date trees, big pine trees in the middle. Beautiful. Now there's a fixer-upper. A lot of work to be done. Only had one owner. Had it since new. Beautiful. Architecture is fascinating. It's so different. You've got square blocks and then you've got all that beautiful architecture, wooden railings, beautiful windows from a bygone era. So the simple answer is, it's summer and this is a seaside town. It's as simple as that. Summer and seaside go together, don't they? Busy as. So there's this beautiful old gate here off of the main square, which is absolutely buzzing, and it takes you into the Medina proper, but the marketplace, which is kind of a bit of a hodgepodge, but it's fascinating. Lots of little mini shops, bakers, electronic shops, fruit and veg, you name it. But it's got this beautiful big square here, and it is the real deal. Cobblestones and all sorts going on. Beautiful artworks on the walls, paintings, and it's such a different, without traffic. Life without traffic, it's just so, I mean, it can be busy, but it's just got such a higher degree of peace without traffic and fumes and all that old Malone. Oh, there's some great pictures here though. Sailing ships, local folk. Religious pilgrimages. I think this is a top class roaming town. There's no real specific landmarks, it's just like looking at the buildings, meeting people. Hello sir, how are you? So there's a lot of interesting folk around. I've had more handshakes here than I have anywhere. Anyway, back to the hotel for another hot night, I think. Got a bit of a fan, bit of a sea breeze, but interesting place. Larache. So what an interesting place. What a way to get to your house. All these like little laneways and steps. I doubt if you can see them, it's pretty dark anyway. Good Morning roomers. Well, I woke up this morning with that feeling of dread again that, you know, what's happened. Having lost my wallet, bank cards, access to cash, etc. But, you know, there's a bit of a process in place, so it's just the time and the, you know, the lack of surety over when, you know, things will get back to normal and that kind of thing. But I'm just going to roll with it, do my deep breathing, talk to myself nicely, and yeah, had a fairly decent sleep. Gonna get up as I have done and go roaming. So I think I'm gonna head down to the beach. I saw a lighthouse in the distance yesterday, so I'm gonna go and try and find a lighthouse. If it is a lighthouse, it might be a mosque, but we shall see. Anyway, you're joining me, so bon chance. Actually, I just had a look at a map. I'm going to go down and have a look at where the fishing port is located, because the boats have been coming in all day. I noticed last night they don't fish that far offshore, so I'm going to go down. Apparently there's a canning company there where they can maybe the sardines and stuff. Tuna and sardines here is one of the most staple proteins I've seen. They're literally available in every corner shop, every little place you see. Probably, and eggs as well. Eggs is another big protein source, readily available and affordable. So I'm going to go down and have a look at the port. Looks like it's going to be another lovely day of Moroccan summer, and I've noticed that this loss of wallet thing has really softened me up. I seem to be speaking to people a lot more openly and freely. My barriers are down. It's a strange thing. I realised immediately what it would be like to have nothing. Like people on the street I see, you know, have got virtually nothing. No water, no food, nothing, no immediate way. It's just a complete awakening, you know. It's just, whoa, hits you so hard. But anyway, still feeling that. So hello everyone. Off to the port. So this is the fairground that was on last night. This ride over here, the 10 dirham ride, you can hear the hydraulic arms going up and down, like I could hear it from where I'm staying. 10 dirhams a ride, ain't too bad though. They're like $20 in Australia, $25, so 10 dirhams is kind of $2, so a bit of a difference. But it all looks so colourful overnight. Obviously I'm staying up the back here somewhere, and yeah, overnight it's just like, it just looks awesome. Actually I can see my place, I can see where the spiral staircase is that goes up to the roof, so awesome. People swimming already, people fishing. Yeah, well the port is closed for tourists. I just asked the guard on duty. So yeah, I'll turn around and go back and see if I can find this mosque or lighthouse. I'll tell you one thing I noticed as well. I've been using a lot more French. The guy where I'm staying, he's really happy to converse with me and help me along with words, and rather than feeling the need to use complete sentences, you know, and be a perfectionist, I'm just sort of stringing together loads of words as I can, not worrying about making mistakes, and it's been really good. So yeah, that's a great thing. So that's the port entrance. There's fish, and no doubt there's a lot of happy cats. Have you been fed, cat? Hey? So I'm just walking up around the back of the old Medina. Some gorgeous buildings here. It's a fortification. Looks like an old school or church. Various, yeah, like closed-in complexes. Beautiful mosque. And cannons as well. Wow, let's have a look at the view. So this is the ancient Jewish tower, and that building is currently the Conservatoire de Musique. Hello. and the view is pretty spectacular. Let's just walk across. The cannon is substantial, so there's a great view over the port. Couldn't go in there, but you can see all the buildings where they would do the canning. Different sizes of boats, small ones at the front. Market looks like it's buzzing, loads of people buying and selling. So yeah, lovely lovely bit of stuff. So there you have it, Romans, the closest I can get. On Google Maps there's only one review. It's called the Farpoint Lighthouse, so far being lighthouse in French. So if that's a lighthouse from Larache to Nador, that is a long old way, but not exactly sure what that means. But it did look like a mosque or a minaret from the distance, but yeah, it's closed off. It's a shame. That could be a nice tourist kind of place to visit. Of course, here I am, see? And just through the gap in the wall here, you've got like this little old tower, which, my God, that would be a good B&B, wouldn't it? And I don't know if you can see in the background over the top, there's one of those industrial fishing boats, which has been trolling up and down, so God knows how many fish they're catching compared to the other boats, but such is life in the modern day. Anyway, we've seen the lighthouse. Oh, there's a local prison here. So I saw those walls and that razor wire. I thought, can only be one thing. Then I see the sign. Maybe it's a prison with a view though, if they're lucky. And some ocean breezes. And see, the ocean mist is coming in. Came in yesterday, it was a thick low hung bank of almost like fog. I was speaking to the guy in the Maison Sevilla where I'm staying, and he said no, he said it's cloud, so he's obviously used to seeing it. But yeah, it just comes out of nowhere. It's gradually just covering the clarity of vision, I suppose you could say. Sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? But yeah, anyway, getting my steps in. Sun's just going down in Larache, heading towards the end of another day. Got my man Shakib on the camera there, doing it all good, just working out what to say, what to do. So you've got to make the most of these days, haven't you? He was just telling me it's his favourite time of year. Good morning, roamers. So yesterday was Sunday, Dimanche, and it was a big party day in Larache, that's for sure. Kids are off school, people party into the night. I was obviously feeling a little bit quiet, you know, doing some reading, just trying to relax, not spend any money. Today is the day when I go to the police to file a police report. It's a Monday, so it happened on Friday. This is the Plus Quattro Caminos in kind of the centre of town where the main road starts, the N1. This is where I found out, right on this spot here. Got dropped off in the taxi from Asilah, just there. Got out, patted my pockets, and I just kind of knew. Nightmare. That's when all this began, the loss of money, credit cards, driver's license, etc, etc. Oh my God. Yeah, so I'm still feeling a bit stunned. If I think about it, what I've lost, like my mind just wants to race ahead and fix everything. Alternative routes, alternative processes, you know, bringing people on board to help, etc, etc. But you can only do this slowly. You can only fix this sort of problem slowly. So it's kind of it's a difficult thing, and I'm pretty much in the hands of others. You know, other institutions and companies and that kind of thing, because they all have their separate policies and procedures, and with the way ID fraud is safeguarded these days, you know, it seems a little bit intricate to say the least. So I've got like a 4 kilometre hour's walk just to kind of, you know, relax again. You know, get a little bit of anxiety and then you have to relax again, bit of deep breathing. But you know, I'm sure everybody's been through something similar, so. But oh, anyway, it's a little bit hazy today. Much cooler last night, which is an absolute blessing. Apparently July is the hottest month in Morocco, so we're nearly in August, aren't we? Nice roundabout with its twinkling lights. Very pretty. So Romers, just been to the police station. Just the feelings, just incredible, you know, like going back to the other day, just, oh, worked out it wasn't really worth filling in a report because I can do everything, like all the card agencies, etc., have their own loss processes, so it wasn't really worth the policeman filling out the forms. I just gave him some contact details in case anything turns up in the future. And yeah, time to get on roaming. Did I say Tunis? I meant Tangier, yeah. Go back to Tangier, I think it's the thing to do. So Romers, I'm back from the police station. I've got my cash came through on a cash transfer. So, you know, financially sound at the moment. But while I'm waiting for everything else I need to arrive, I have to spend another month in Morocco probably. So, not going to Tunisia on next couple of days, so that's cancelled. So I've lost the dollars. This has cost me thousands and thousands of dollars. It's like, whoa! But anyway, so I'm just going to be skitting around, I reckon, until I find somewhere to stay as a permanent address, so that I can have the stuff sent to me. So enjoy this view of Larache, because tomorrow I will be in Casablanca, because it's pretty hard to sleep here with the cockle. So Romers, I de-stressed last night with a bottle of dodgy whiskey. I'm at the Gare Routière Larache, moving on. So I think that's the end of this I lost my money vlog. Right? So life is good. Picking it up and getting on with it. Oh my god, what a state. Yeah. Noggins Roams. Peace and love out.